You don't have to log into Teamwork Projects to create a task. As long as you're part of a project, you can create tasks directly via your email client. So the first thing that we need to do here is to get the email address to send our tasks to. So we can do this in two ways. We can either get an address which is associated with a particular task list, and to do this we just need to select the drop down arrow here over our task lists and select post tasks via email. And then we can just select copy our address here and close the window. Alternatively, we can also select to add our new tasks into a new task list. And to do this, we just need to go up here to the options drop down and again select post tasks via email. And email sent to this address will go into a new inbox task list. Depending on whether you want to add a single task or multiple tasks with subtasks, the structure of your email sent will differ. So let's start off by adding just a single task. The first thing that we need to do is paste in our email address we got earlier. When adding a single task, the task name, the user assigned that task, the start date, the end date, and any tags all get added in the subject line, while the description gets added in the main body of the email. So first we add our task name. Next we can assign this task to a particular user, and to do that we just need to select add that username. If we want to add a start date to our task, these need to be surrounded by square brackets. So you can see here that I want this task to start today. Next up we have the end date, which has a similar structure to that of the start date. So you can see here we have our date inside our square brackets. If we want to add any tags to our task, we can do this by using a hashtag. If we want to add priority to this task, we can do this by using exclamation marks at the beginning of our subject message. So 1 exclamation mark is low priority, 2 for medium, and 3 for high. And if we want to add a description for our task, we can do that in the body of the message. If we want our users to be notified of this task, we just need to go up to our email address and add Notify Plus to the beginning of it. So just to review the task that we're creating here in our email client, we're creating a high priority task called Update Banner Image, which is assigned to Egon. The task starts today, finishes on the 30th, and it has the graphics tag. And down here we have our description for the task. And once we're happy with this, we can just send our email and the task will be created. And looking back at our tasks tab now, you can see that our inbox task list has been added and our update banner image task has been added from our email. Going back to our email client now, and let's create a series of tasks rather than just one single task. When creating multiple tasks, all of the work is done in the body of the email, so the subject itself is left blank. The structure of these tasks works much the same way with some subtle differences. So looking at creating our first task, and again we need to start off with the task's name. After naming our tasks, we then need to add our description in curly brackets. Then we can decide who we want this task to be assigned to, so again @username. We can also add our start dates and end dates using square brackets. And again, we can add tags if we want to. If we want to create another task, we just need to perform 2 line breaks, and our next task follows the exact same structure. So again, we need to give our task a name. And let's say that I don't want to add a description or assign this task to any users, so we can bypass those and just go straight to, let's say, the start date and end date. If we want to add a subtask for this task, we can easily do this by again performing 2 line breaks, and this time starting this task with a hashtag. And then after the hashtag, this follows the exact same structure as our previous tasks created. So you can see here that I've created a social media icons subtask of the new icons task, which is assigned to myself, has a start date of the 1st and a due date of the 2nd. So to review this email, you can see here up at the address, we've selected the same email address as before, so this will go into our inbox task list. We've left our subject field blank, and we've created 3 new tasks. So we have our update footer contents task, which has a description, it has a user assigned to it, a start date, a due date, and it's been tagged as design. We also have our new icons task, which is unassigned to any user, doesn't have a description or tags, but it does have a start date and a due date. And the new icons task has a subtask called social media icons assigned to a user with a start date and a due date. We can continue adding tasks and subtasks here if we like, or we can choose to send our email and our tasks will be added to our inbox task list. And looking back at our tasks tab now in Teamwork Projects, and you can see that our update banner image task and our new icons task with the social media icons subtask has been added to our inbox task list. And there we go, that's how easy it is to add tasks in Teamwork Projects via email.